Welcome to another edition of Inside the Idaho Vandals with head coach Jason Gesser. I'm Dennis Patchen. Thanks so much for being with us. An interesting game on Saturday. Tell me, after you've had a couple of days to think about it, what you're taking out of that game at BYU.
You know, taking out that offensively we can do some things and execute the way that we want to against a very good defense. Defensively, you know, same thing. When we want to play and we want to tackle, make tackles, we want to make plays when the ball's in the air, we can. We got to be more consistent with it. And that's the biggest thing coming out of this game right now.
What do you take out of this game? What do you take from the BYU game that'll help you this weekend for the final home game and the last 2 weeks of the season?
You know, at halftime we talked about the not worrying about the score. I don't care what the scoreboard is. We're going to go out here, we're going to keep attacking. We're not going to go and wait for the play clock to go down to 1 and just try to get out of here. We're going to keep going at it. The mentality that our players had, defense went out there, made a couple goal line stands, made some third down stops, some things that they needed to do. They fought throughout the whole game. Nobody quit, nobody gave up. A lot more discipline across the board on everything we're doing. Again, penalties were down. We got to keep on going in that front. And we knew that they were a good opponent. We understood that. So to come out of that game and knowing that, hey, we can do these things against these guys, we just got to be more consistent with it. And that's been our MO the whole year, you know, and that's been one of those things. But I think that being at home, after the game, we talked about it and kind of talked to the players and just saying, you know, when you're a senior, the last senior game means a lot. Trust me, I've gone through it. I lost my last senior game. And if there's one thing that we can do is if we can win this game coming up against UTSA. One thing we can do, we can start preparing now and get our mindsets right for next week. Let's go out there for these guys and let's put it together. Let's put everything together one time and see what happens. And if we do that, we will win this game.
And we'll talk about more of that in the second segment. When you've played 10 weeks and with the bye week that makes 11 and then the training camp is 14 and you only have, you know, 2 weeks to go and less than that by the time people see this show, what keeps a coach continuing to drive? What keeps a player continuing to not just with 2 weeks left going, we're done here and let's get through
this is what we do. This is the passion. This is the love. This is what we do.
But how do you do that? How do you make yourself do that?
It's a discipline. It's a self-drive. It's a self-motivator. It's an understanding. Everything in life. It's just like anything in life. I mean, you're gonna sit there and go, oh well, you know, I only got this many days, or I know I'm gonna, you know, pass away on this day, so I'm just gonna go, hey, well, it is what it is. No. You live it, you enjoy it, you have fun with it. I mean, opportunities like this come few and far between for not just myself, but for the entire team, all these players. Guys will be killing out there to have the position of being on scholarship to play for the University of Idaho. It's just, and you know, I was talking with our trainer about it afterwards, you know, talking about guys who are banged up and who's sore and whatnot. And you go, hey, it's a lot better to feel sore today than not to, right? Because if you're not, that means you're not playing. So enjoy it. You know, have fun with it. You're sore for a reason because you went out there and you banged guys around. You had fun with it. And that's the thing that you have to drive on. If you're just out here just for yourself, just to get stats, just to try and do something, then you're out here for all the wrong reasons, and we don't want you to be out here in any way. But if you're out here for the guy next to you, if you're out here because you go out there and do whatever it takes for that guy next to you, for your coaching staff, for people around you, you love the game, you have a passion, you have a competitive spirit, you have a drive. That's the guys we want, and that's the guys that, you know, that's what you got to pull out of them right now. So.
You're an interesting situation because you're the interim coach. We don't know if you're going to be back next year, and at some point in time, coaches would play other guys or take a look at younger guys. Are you doing that at all? Are you playing younger people to kind of see what there is for next year?
We're playing the guys that want to be on the field and they're doing the right things in practice. They're doing the right things off the field, and they're going to give us the best chance to win. You know, bottom line. That's it. If you're not being very disciplined, if you're not doing the right things off the field, if you're making mistakes or whatnot, I don't care if you're a senior, sophomore, freshman, whatever it may be. If you're going to give us the best chance to win on Saturday and you're doing the right things, you're going to be playing, you know. Offensively speaking, our offense is young anyway. You know, everybody is young. We're redshirting guys. They're redshirting. We're not pulling a red shirt off of guys, freshmen for right now. That's just stupid, to be honest with you. Everything else, younger guys that aren't redshirting, yeah, they're going to get more playing time. As long as they continue to do the right things throughout the week and go through that. But if they give us the best chance to win, they're rolling there.
One of the guys that's been doing a great job since he stepped on the campus is Trey Farquhar, the outstanding Idaho Vandal kicker. Now, Alyssa Charleston caught up with him and kind of had a little bit of a discussion about just where he is.
Thanks, Dennis. Well, I'm here with senior kicker Trey Farquhar, who was actually just awarded as one of the 20 semifinalists of the Lou Groza Award, which is the national annual award for the best collegiate kicker in the nation. How does it feel to get an award like that?
It's really a big accomplishment. It's something that I really strive for throughout the season, and the past couple seasons haven't been too successful of getting it, but this season it's come along, and the snap in the hole has been great. I mean, everything's just been going in order, and I feel pretty happy to have it.
Well, we talked to Bobby Cowan a little bit earlier this fall about how he had kind of a role model in TJ Conley, who was a former All-American punter here at Idaho. Is there anyone for you, maybe not football-wise, but in terms of everything else that was kind of you looked up to?
Basically every NFL kicker, I'd say. Some more than others. Nate Kading, Mason Crosby, just pretty much the guys in the league, the big-time names, and they just what they do. It's impressive. I just look up to that. I want to strive to be what they're doing. I want to have their job essentially.
Did you play any other sports in high school?
Yes, I played soccer. I played club soccer with the Los Gauchos, which is our club team back home. I also played in high school up until about my junior year, and then our team broke up. Just lost the passion for the game and switched over to football.
Okay, so playing soccer, did that kind of help you with your technique in football over here becoming a kicker?
Yeah, pretty much. I kind of got forced into the job, I'd say, my freshman year. My coach said we didn't really have a guy, and so I just said, I'll give it a shot, and next thing you know, I started doing it.
In a press conference after the New Mexico State win, Farquhar revealed that he doesn't like to know the distance of each kick.
Yeah, I don't look. I don't ever look. No, I just don't like to do it. I don't like to know, because then I try to overkick. I try to kick too hard. I don't want to do that. If I just do the same swing every time, it should work. Just like in golf, it's like swinging a pitching wedge and a driver, you know, or you can just use a hybrid club and just do the same thing every time.
In the same press conference, Farquhar talked about receiving a little pregame luck from Vandal alum and two-time Olympic gold medalist Kristen Armstrong.
Yeah, she rubbed my right foot. Yeah, so it was pretty cool. That's why, yeah. She rubbed it with the gold medal. It's pretty awesome.
Actually with the gold medal?
Yeah, she took the gold medal out of the box and rubbed my foot.
Well, hopefully we got to learn a little bit more about Trey Farquhar, senior kicker for the Idaho Vandals. Back to you, Dennis.
Kickers are kickers.
Yes.
Is Trey a kicker, or is he one of those cookie nutty kickers?
I'm still trying to figure the kid out, to be honest with you. Yeah, you know, he'll come out. I've seen him with mullets. I've seen him with crazy hairdos. I've seen him being a different kind of a guy. But he's not your awkward, socially awkward kicker. You know what I mean? He's a guy that can hang out with anybody. He's a guy that can kick it with all the guys on the team. He's a guy that he goes in there and he works just as hard as anybody else. He's not a guy that sits there and goes, well, you know, I want this precise angle when I do this exercise, or I want this, you know, everything. He's not like that. He's the guy that, hey, this is what it is. All right, let's go. You know what I mean? So he's one of those players, and you gotta like that about the kid. He's done such a great job for us this year. He's one of our best offensive production guys. I mean, he's done a great job getting points on the board, and we rely heavily on him. And we're going to continue to rely heavily on him as the season concludes.
Is he a guy you think that could play on the next level?
Oh, for sure. He has a leg too. He has a mentality too. He has a work ethic too. He has a mindset too. I got no doubt he can play at the next level.
When we come back, we'll take a look at the final home game coming up on Saturday here in the Dome when Inside the Idaho Vandals with head coach Jason Gesser continues.